It's been too long since I've been gone. Felt good, but I miss you. Back with you, I'm back home. Hey guys, I missed y'all. Stay tuned. What up, guys? I missed you. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's your girl Chantel, the prototype, and if you are new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you're not new here, welcome back, welcome back. I am back from vacation slash a body positivity retreat that I was telling y'all about a whole year ago. And if you would have listened to me, y'all could have been out there with me getting this beautiful Dominican tan, because y'all see it. Like, this tan is tanning, y'all. I can't tell. I got a little sunburn up here, but nevertheless, the tan is tanning. And it got my skin glowing. So next year, y'all, be ready when I drop it. And I'm saying we're having our second annual body positivity retreat for Lounging in Lingerie. Please listen up and go and sign up and do your down payment, because you can pay for a year in order to travel with us next year. So there's payment arrangements if you feel as though you can't afford the full amount right then. So stay tuned, look and follow Lounging in Lingerie, which is my podcast. I'm gonna put it right here so y'all can follow us on social media, so y'all can stay up to date, so y'all can be with us next year wherever we decide to go. And I'm thinking we're talking Jamaica, so stay tuned and be at the second annual State and Slay Body Positivity Retreat. Myself and AV Baby with Lounging in Lingerie, as we take on these excursions and, you know, have a good time. We had an amazing time in Punta Cana, but that is not, well, it's kind of what I'm here to talk about, y'all. But before we even get into this, if you're new here, like I said before, hit that subscribe button. But I'm going to pause for a minute so you can go ahead and follow me on all social media sites. I'm talking Instagram. X is what they call it now, the former Twitter. Thread, fan base, OnlyFans, Playboy Centerfold. Guys, don't forget to take time out right now and go follow my black art collection right here. The Epitome of a Black Woman on Etsy. I sell art pieces. You can find hoodies, t-shirts, artwork for your wall, guys. Go check me out. Go support me. I love what I do, and I create art, and that's all I have. You can find me everywhere, Pinterest included. So anything body positivity, self-love, lingerie, swimsuit, and fitness, you can find your girl Chantel, the prototype, there. So follow me. I'm going to take a second. Y'all like my outfit? Yeah. Go ahead and follow me on other platforms. But yeah, I'm going to put this sexy outfit I'm wearing. This is one of my favorite lingerie pieces in my collection as of today. As of recently. I just got this from Thistle Inspire, y'all. I'm going to put the full look right here. I've gotten this and I love it. It's my favorite color, of course. But the whole build of this lingerie piece has hit every aspect of what I love in lingerie. And you guys go copy some. I'll put the link down below. Tell them your girl Chantel, the prototype, sent you, and get you a few pieces. They have some beautiful pieces in their collection, and I can't wait to work with them again, and hopefully they'll send me some pieces so I can review again. So yeah, this will inspire this beautiful piece. Go check them out. Your girl Chantel, the prototype, sent you. And I really want to tell y'all the story from a learning aspect, and it was just a lot going on. I'm keeping options open, having a good time, because you know your girl is single and out here just ready to mingle and be open to whatever I meet. So not to say that I could not possibly meet, you know, my man in an island. That would be a great story to be told if I met my future husband like on vacation while I was doing my first annual body positivity retreat with my podcast. You know, that'd be a great story to tell the grandkids. So I'm going on vacation with an open mind, because I'm meeting people from across the world in Punta Cana, because everybody's here. It's a vacation spot. So I meet this guy for recording purposes. I'm going to call him Cliff. That's not his real name, but that's the name I'm going to give him for this story time. So I happen to run into this gentleman named Cliff on the resort in Punta Cana. He sees me in the pool. He points me out to the bellboy, tells him that I'm his wife. I'm his future wife, and it's just going to happen that way. Now, keep in mind, we're on a resort. I'm not thinking much into it. We're just here to have a good time. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So I'm not thinking too much. I'm giggling and I'm feeding into the fun as well. It's been 2.5, 3 days. And by then I'm kind of like smitten. It's my own fault. This is why I don't, you know, do this whole, because I smit fast. That's probably one of my biggest flaws. I smit fast once, you know, we're open to each other and, you know, a lot of things are aligning because we're adults now. You should be in a space where you can tell the truth. And I don't even know why I thought that. I'm going to take that part back. I don't even know why people just can't be honest with what they want certain times. But I really want to give y'all the story of why they told us they were on the island. Group of guys, it was about 3 of them, and they were telling people the story around the resort was that they were there for a bachelor party, and the groom didn't make it because he had some situation with his family, and it was just them that showed up, so they weren't gonna refund their tickets or not come. They came to have a good time, so that's what they were there for. So we ran into them at dinner. No big deal. We were sitting at a table, and one of our guests who were on the retreat with us were interacting with them. It was like, you know, it's 3 y'all, it's 3 of us. Who do y'all like? X, Y, and Z. And, you know, they're talking to her. We're not paying too much attention to them. And that's kind of how the banter started with him and I. And the conversation just led because we ended up running into each other multiple times because everybody was just having a good time. We finally get to talk to each other one-on-one and say, you know, my name is Chantel. His name is Cliff. You know, I saw you. You're beautiful. X, Y, Z. I'm from such and such. He's from, let's say, Georgia. He's not from Georgia, but we're going to say Georgia for the sake of recording. So, you know, we're just talking and we're getting close to dinner time. Can we catch up later? So, ended up running into each other later, setting up a time where, you know, we can meet and have some one-on-one conversation because, like I said, we're here for a good time, not a long time. So, we're still with our banter of him saying, I'm going to be his wife, future, you know, X, Y, Z. Like, he's really laying on the sauce and I'm laughing it off, but having a good time at the same time because he's a handsome gentleman. He's very well-spoken, educated. And from the conversation, he had a lot going on for himself. And so that night we got to spend. And if he ever feels comfortable to come on this show and talk about our experience, but he probably won't to, he won't because after the light, I tell y'all at the end of the tunnel, he doesn't want to be seen in that light. But it's okay. I've forgiven him and I'm over it and we're back in the States and I'm back to reality. So you know, we're having conversation, having a good time. We do a walk on the beach late at night. Good time, not a long time. So we ended up seeing 2 armed guards with guns. So we removed ourselves from the beach and we went into a quiet space and just had a conversation about life, our kids, what we do for a living. You know, he was massaging my feet, which I really needed because my body was hurting. So he was just being a gentleman and the conversation was great. So we were, after he walked me back to my room, we did spend some time, you know, just sending text messages and conversating that way. And the next night, I think we actually spent time in his room. We're adults. Don't even look at me like that. So we actually did spend some time in his room and just laid up, having a good time. Good time, not a long time. So, it was good. And, you know, the next day we had to leave. So I want to say we were just kicking it, him and I, smitten, having a good time and doing adult things. And, you know, adult things happens. And so the next day it's time for us to leave. And, you know, we've already have each other information and we're conversing as flights are taking off, make sure everybody lands home, gets home safely, X, Y, and Z. Now, keep in mind, on this island, I didn't have the best signal. I had Wi-Fi, but it was moving hella slow. So I didn't get to do my research per se on this gentleman. Let's say that. Didn't get to do the research. And the stories that he was telling me, I'm single, I only have 1 child. This is what I do for a living, X, Y, and Z. So I didn't get to do research, but like I said, we still had our conversation going when we got back to the States and had potential plans on meeting each other or seeing each other again. All in my mind. obviously. So finally get back to the States, and I'm landed, and I do a quick social media scan just to see, you know, what I done got myself into. And guys, this man is married. Yep, married. He's married. So I did some naughty, nice things with a married man, and I am definitely not proud of. I am not proud of at all. And I was livid. When I tell y'all, I was upset because he lied and said he was single for 5 years, and I didn't get a time. I didn't get a chance to do my research. Like, I just didn't. So I didn't. And like I said, we were there for a good time, not a long time. I wasn't expecting it to, you know, dribble over to us being back home, but it kind of did. And I was interested in seeing like where it could go in the States. We lived in 2 different states, but we weren't far enough that we couldn't see each other often enough. But, you know, it was like, give it a try kind of situation. But I think I was more upset because he lied and said he would. It would have been a different situation if he would have said. So I was livid when I found out he was married and he told me he was single. I was livid when I found out he had 3 kids and he only told me he had 1. But everything else aligned when it came to his career, what he did for a living, and X, Y, and Z. Instant. Yo, you married? I had to shoot that question to him, like, just to see what he was going to say and how he was going to explain. It wasn't a cutoff. Like, I felt played with. Like, you lied to me and said you were single and then you were newly, like, this is a fresh marriage, hasn't even been married for a year. So I'm like, whoa, I feel some type of way. Like, I think what I was more upset with is you put me in the position that I didn't get to choose myself. Like, it's a difference messing with a married man and you know he's married, so you're balls to the wall, taking all the consequences that come with this man being married. Whatever his wife decides to do to you is what you deserve because you knew this man was married. Opposite of me, I did not know he was married. I did not want to ponder with a married man because there was so many single guys there I probably could have had a time of my life with and could have possibly been my husband. So that's where I felt, you know, bamboozled with. If you would have just said, I'm married, you know, I'm here for a good time, not a long time, it would have been my decision whether I wanted to move forward, which I wouldn't have because he's married. But you didn't give me that option. And then now I'm thinking in the back of my mind, my safety is like the safety I should have felt I didn't feel, because anything could happen. You don't know if his wife could have popped up on the island. She's been following him. It's so much stuff that happens, married women, due to, like, it was just an instant where this married woman killed this woman for being in her house. So I don't want to die, or I don't want anything to happen to me because I was not informed that you were married. I shouldn't have to do research on that. It shouldn't be a research thing. And I think I can think about the one conversation we had where I basically said the reason the dating pool sucks is because there's so many married people in it, i.e. his ass is married. Not to say I was looking for a date, but, you know, how he was laying it on heavy, it was potential that something could have happened once we got back to the States if he was not married. So, yeah, that's what happened to me on my manifestation to entrepreneur housewife lifestyle. Going out here, trying things in another place, well, going across the water and potentially finding somebody who's married. Like, it was bad. So, you know, him and I had the conversation. He admitted to it. He felt terrible from what he said. I forgave him because, like I said, it was only a 2-night stance. I had a good time. We were there for a good time, not a long time. I just preferred that he would have told me he was married so I could have that security option for myself versus just throwing me into something. And people probably say, you should be mad at her. No, shit happens. That's something he's going to have to deal with his own karma, not me. I did not know he was married. But like I said, I had a good time. He had a good time. It was an experience for the both of us. That's something he's going to have to deal with, not me. I really had him. He's going to be sleeping on that night for a long, long time because I took him for a ride. Just to say, you know, it was an experience to be had. We had a good time. So, like I said, I had to clear my mind and heart with God on it, because I did feel bad that he was a married man. But like I said prior, he did not tell me he was married. We were just living in the moment. He lied. He kept going with the lie. Oh, and one part I did leave out of the story is that he said that the whole bachelor party situation was a lie too. Once the lie started, he just kept going with the lie, and he said he didn't know where to stop. So I get where he was coming from. No, it's not good to lie. Like I told him and I had a whole talk about it, and I did not yell at him. There's no need to be yelling, because I was an adult. I was on the island. I knew what I was getting myself into. But he knows that it can never, will never, and hey, that's it. So I'm still out here looking for my future husband. That was just one good story I had from Punta Cana on my vacation. And when I say you're there for a good time, not a long time, really take heed to that. And yeah, that's a story for the books. I'm not mad at him. He really thought I was going to lay it on thick with the story, because I know he's going to watch, because I did give him my social media to watch this. And I am going to send him the link so he can see. I'm not going to do you too bad. Like I said, that's your karma. That's your karma. And that's something you're going to have to deal with for yourself. And I don't know. So I wouldn't be surprised if I see him next year in Jamaica at my body positivity retreat there too. So that'll be a story to be told. But yeah, hopefully, you know, I'll find what I'm looking for, and it'll be all that I deserve. And until next time, guys, that's all I got. So if you don't subscribe, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. If you don't follow me on all my other social media platforms, go ahead and take the time to follow me. Everything will be down in the description, y'all, as I'm on my journey of manifesting my future husband as an entrepreneur wife. Housewife, that is. So yeah, until next time, guys, peace.